Hey YouTube, this is Papa Jason, Life with Paul. Paul is being lazy. I'll show you on the thumbnail. You'll see what he's doing right now. I want to do a video today. Maybe it'll help you, especially if you got a puppy and especially if it's a guardian breed dog. Paul, when he was a little puppy, at that time I was active. I want to start with a disclaimer. At this current day, I've been diagnosed with congestive heart failure. I'm not going to go into all the specifics of that, but if you know, you know. So don't judge me on how lazy I am. It's because of that. Anyway, when he was a puppy, it was every day we were in town. We live out in the country. But every day we were in town or we were somewhere, and I was socializing him heavily. Plus, I had a job at the time where I had a pickup and I was a route driver. Well, I could take him with me. So he rode with me in the truck and got to experience all kinds of things, which was very good for him when he was a puppy. Socialization is very key. Well, fast forward to these days and age, because Paul is 4.5 years old, or give or take. He'll be 5 in September. He's not as active as he used to be. He's far from being a couch potato. Don't get me wrong, he's not. A Cane Corso, an adult, mature Cane Corso, if you're laying around the house not doing nothing, they're fine and they're content with doing that for the most part. However, when you head for that door, he wants to go and he's super excited because he knows he gets to go out and play and expend some of that energy. All right, I'm kind of got off a little bit there, but the video today is a routine that works for me and is very, very good for him. If you have a dog, a routine is key. Dogs thrive on a routine. If you have a guardian breed dog, it is at the utmost important. It is very, very good for them to have a stable daily routine. So today on this video, I'm going to go through what our routine looks like today. For me, most mornings, I'm a diabetic. I have a sensor in my low sugar alarm goes off and wakes me up bright and early in the morning. So I get up and eat. Most mornings, Paul won't even get up. He'll stay in bed because he knows I'm coming back. If I don't come back, I sit in my chair and I listen to podcasts or what have you on the phone. And eventually he'll come in there. Wherever I'm at, that's where he wants to be. We do that till around 10:30 in the morning. At 10:30 in the morning, I have an alarm set on my phone. When that alarm goes off, he looks and he knows. Soon after that alarm goes off, we're going out on our first potty trip. I know, don't think it. I can hear the thoughts and comments already. I'm not making him wait that long. Most of the time, I still have to make him go because he'd just as soon keep laying there and sleeping. I know as he gets older, those trips are going to be more frequent. I know this. They were when he was a puppy. He was out every 2 hours or less. Anyway, that said, after the potty trip, I put him in my house and I go over to my mother's house. I'm not over there very long. I fill up my cup that I'm drinking out of during the day with ice because I don't have an ice maker. Paul knows this routine. He's fine with this. Also, it gives me the chance to check on my mom, see if she needs anything. She's not as young as she used to be. She is an amputee, so most times she doesn't ask for or need anything, but you never know. So trying to be a good son, I go check on her. I come back home. I'm usually gone, I don't know, 15 minutes or so at the most. I come back home. Paul lays down and he goes to sleep. And he'll sleep. He'll get up and move around, and every once in a while come up wanting me to pet and love on him because he is a brat. But for the most part, all morning long, he just sleeps. Around 12:30, 1 o'clock, he starts getting up and starts moving around. The reason for this is he knows my wife gets off work around 12:30. Some days it's later, some days it's 1:30, but he knows around that time she's coming home soon. So he starts stirring and starts moving around, and he's starting to listen for noises, and he's waiting to hear her drive up. Whether she's home yet or not, between 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock, I take him outside. It's not a specific reason, it's just to get him outside. He loves being outside, but he doesn't like being out there by himself. So I go sit out there with him. I don't throw the ball. I don't play with him really at that time. I just let him run around. He pees because he's a male dog. They do what they do. He sniffs around, plays with his ball a little bit. It doesn't last too long, especially this time of year because we're in Texas. It's starting to get hot. So he likes to stay in the shade. When the sun's shining and it's really hot, he likes to stay in the shade. And we're out for maybe 30 minutes, maybe. And then I take him back in the house. He's ready to go back in. I'll ask him, "Are you ready to go in?" And he's right at the steps of my house. He's ready to go. So we go back in, he gets a drink of water, and he lays down again. Doesn't necessarily go to sleep. Sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't. Excuse me. But he's laying down. He's recovering. Now, when the fun starts, it depends on what time of the year it is. When it's wintertime, we go out around 6:30, and that's when it's playtime. During this time of year, when it's getting hotter, I wait a little later so the sun's starting to set and it's starting to cool off a little bit. And that's usually around 7:30. And that's when we throw the ball, and that's when we play. And we'll play, and he'll run and jump and catch the ball and all that for, maybe 30 minutes or whatever. He loves to run and chase that ball, and he'll chase it as long as you throw it until he's just finally so tired he doesn't bring it back. But keep in mind, he's a very large dog. It takes a lot of energy to get that big body moving. He is very fast, very fast. But it expends a lot of energy, which is the purpose for that. As soon as we're done playing, I take him out to the potty area. And that's when he goes potty for, I call it the second time. That's when his second poop is. His first poop is 10:30 in the morning. 10:30, 11, somewhere in there. After that, he comes back in, he drinks a bunch of water, lays down for a little bit because he's hot, he's panting, he usually lays right under the air conditioner. I told you, he's a brat. But he does that for an hour or so, and then he starts getting up and moving around. He's wanting petted. He'll get up and go eat. But around 8:30, 9 o'clock, he's coming and he's sitting right in front of you, and he's giving you the goo-goo eyes, and he'll set his chin on your lap. And yes, he's being a brat because he wants his daily treat. We give him a treat every day. It's not a very big one, it's just a small one, but he loves it, he expects it, and he knows what time he gets it. Don't think for a minute dogs are dumb. He'll eat that, and then usually he'll go and eat some more of his dog food, his kibble. We don't feed him a whole lot like you would think. We feed him enough. He has free range of food all day long. He always has a full bowl. Well, maybe not completely full, but he always has food in his bowl all the time. He will not eat until late in the afternoon or early evening. He just won't. Which for us is fine. Our vet is fine with him. Says he is perfect. He is completely 100% healthy. He likes his size, his weight. He likes the way he looks. Says he's perfect. Then we'll sit around, watch something on TV. Me and my wife will watch something on TV, or if not, we'll just doodle around on our phones, or whatever. We do the family thing. He's going between getting loves and petted on and laying down, and he's back and forth. And around 11 o'clock is when my wife's getting ready to go to bed because she has to get up and go to work in the morning. He knows by the routine, by what she starts doing, he knows she's about to go to bed, so he wants to go out again. So he gets his last chance for the night to go out and go pee again, because he's a male dog, that's what they do. And he does that, he comes in, and then my wife will go to bed. I'm usually still up. I have another condition where I'm in a lot of pain, so sleep is not my friend. Sitting is not my friend. Standing is not my friend. Anyway, so he'll lay around until she goes to bed, and then he waits for a few minutes after she's in bed and she's comfortable, and then he goes and jumps in bed with her. If I'm still up around 2 o'clock in the morning, he'll come back out to where I'm at. He will maybe lay on the floor for a little bit, but eventually he'll put his head on my lap again, and what he's saying is, Dad, let's go to bed. As soon as I go to bed and I get in there and I'm comfortable, here he comes. And then that's our routine. That's our day. There's other days where he is a service dog, so if I have doctor's appointments, my wife will come get me and we'll go to the appointments or whatever. Paul is a brat, so he'll act like he doesn't want to go. Yet every time you stop the car, he's whining because he wants to get out and go in. He's a brat. He loves to go places. He loves to meet people. If you have a service dog, the worst place for them is your doctor's office. They are the worst about not petting service dogs. They are the worst. Most places I can go and I can get by with it with nobody petting him. Sometimes people ask, what have you. The nurses and doctors, they're the worst. They're always petting him, and then he gets all excited, and yeah. But the reason I'm doing this video is because that is his routine. He knows when he's going to the doctors. He knows when we pull up. He knows where he's at, because we do it frequently. And then we come home and he picks up where the routine left off. No matter what time we get home, he knows when it's time to go out and go play. He knows when it's time for the treat. He doesn't miss a step. But the reason I'm doing this video is because the routine is vital for him. When I was younger, I didn't have Paul at the time. I was young. I was very spontaneous, so they call it. I was sporadic. I was a bit wild, and I would fly by the seat of my pants. And so from one minute to the next, you never knew what I was doing. That would be very detrimental to Paul, because dogs love stability. They love stability and a routine. They know by what time it is, and from day to day, they know what they're supposed to be doing and what's expected of them. If if you're constantly changing from day to day different things, it is a bit unstable for them. They don't feel as safe. He feels safe all the time because he knows what comes next. He doesn't have to guess. When we go places, he loves it because that was always part of his routine, was going places. He knows what's expected of him and how to act. He knows he's going to get treats too. But it is vital for a dog because it is a structure is what a routine is. They know what's expected of them. They know what to expect. They know what's coming next. And they know by the routine shifting, they know when something's out of balance or out of whack. And it piques their interest. And that's when they start paying attention. And they're like, wait a minute, this is different. If you have a big guardian breed dog, if you have a Cane Corso, for sure, we can do little things like so much as hang a hoodie from the back of a chair, and he notices. And he's not particularly fond of that because it's a change. He likes everything to be the same all the time. That's what guardian breed dogs do. But this is the routine that has worked for me. I wish I could say I could do more. I wish I could still go to work. These days with my health, I just can't do it. He's okay with that and he's happy with that. If I was still going to work and we were doing the same thing every day, he would be fine with that too. But it's stability. When I was working every day, he would go with me every day. So it was the normal. When I first started staying at home because I couldn't work, he wasn't really out of his element. It was just different. But he actually enjoyed getting to lay down and not have to do anything. He actually enjoyed that. Now it's the routine. It's what he knows. If this helps you, give it a thumbs up. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you're wondering, I'm in the garage today because it's like 30-mile-an-hour wind today. So there's noise and wind blowing and wind chimes and stuff everywhere. So I'm hiding out in the garage so it's kind of quiet. That's why Paul's not with me today, because I would have him, but out here he just gets into stuff he's not supposed to. So it's better not to. It's better to keep him safe and in the house. So if you have any questions, if you have any comments, put them down there. This might help other people. If you have questions, I'll answer them. I read every comment that comes across and I answer them. If you have advice, especially if you're a dog trainer, if you're a dog psychologist, behaviorist, put comments in there, put advice in there. I know I can greatly use it, and I'm sure there's others that'll see this video that will too. That's just my 2 cents worth. I'm not a dog trainer. I'm not a dog behaviorist. I'm just an ordinary guy who loves my dog. I love my dog more than people sometimes. So with that, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Give your dog a routine. Hey, and tell your dog I said hi. So with that, watch for the life lessons, learn from the lessons, and be the best version of you the world has ever seen.